Hello, everybody, and welcome to Vantage Markets Inside the Charts. My name is Tamar Meir from Trade with Precision. Now, on Friday, a federal appeal court in the US have upheld a law requiring TikTok owner ByteDance to either sell their app or face a ban in the US. Now, that's seen as favorable for Meta as they are competing for users and advertiser money in the same space. So starting here on the daily chart, and we can see the strong push higher to a higher high and an all-time high. We can see the momentum indicators pushing to the upside as well, and we have the moving averages 10, 20, 50 all fanning, all in the correct order for an uptrend. Now, if we jump straight up into the monthly chart, what we can see is that this market is quite overextended, meaning there's quite a distance between where price action is right now and its moving averages. So I'm looking for a bit of a pullback, release some of this very strong buying pressure. Moving averages here 10, 20, 50, again fanning and in the correct order for an uptrend. The MACD is converging nicely to the upside and the RSI is mostly flat. So if we come back here into the daily chart, there's two areas that I'm looking at for a potential pullback. So the first one is a higher level one in and around the round number of 600. We can see we had a couple of touches here in the past and finally broke strongly above it. So an intraday or a shallow pullback, and I'll be looking at the 600 level. For a bit more of a deeper pullback, I'll be looking a little bit lower in and around the 580. So it's all depend on how the market is pulling back. If this market is very strong, then I'll be looking at that 600 level. If we get a bit more of a pullback, then 580 is the level that I will be keeping an eye on. Now let's move to the currency market, and next week we're going to hear from many central banks. So I want to start with the Aussie, and the market that I want to look at is pound versus the Aussie. So on Tuesday, we're going to hear from the Reserve Bank of Australia, but the market is not expecting any movement in the cash rate. Now, this is the monthly chart on pound Aussie, and what we can see, moving averages 10, 20, 50, all fanning, all in the correct order. We are flat here on the momentum indicators, but we are still in an uptrend. We do have a clear series of higher highs and higher lows. And what I like about this market is that this spike, this ping, is actually higher than the previous one. So if we drill down into the lower time frame, go into the weekly chart, we can see that the weekly chart is back into an uptrend. We had a deeper pullback here in the context of the weekly chart, but we haven't broken the previous low. So we are now confirming an uptrend. We broke and closed above this previous high. Going down into the daily chart, and we can see the strong push this week that pushed the market from this low all the way to a higher high. So that was a strong push which left this market, this time frame, quite overextended. So what I'm looking for here is a bit of a pullback and a continuation of this higher time frame move. And the level that I'm looking for that pullback is around the 1.9650. We can see we had plenty of touches at that level in the past. Now next we're going to hear from the Bank of Canada, and the market is expecting an interest rate cut of 0.5% to 3.25. So I like to take a look at the chart of CAT Swiss, and I want to start here with the weekly chart. And we can see that the weekly chart, the bigger picture is to the downside. We did have some deeper pullbacks in and around that 50 moving averages, but the momentum is still to the downside. And what I like here is this level that we are compressing on. So that is 0.62. I like this area, I like this level. However, we have dropped from a higher high all the way down into that level. So what I'm looking for is another touch. I'm looking for a lower high and then another touch at this level. If we'll take a look at the monthly chart, we can see the strength of this move, and we can also see that within this consolidation that we had above that level, we catch up with the averages on the monthly chart, so we're not too overextended on the higher time frame. So on CAD Swiss, I'm looking for either another lower high and a break, or if the market will go ahead and break through this level, then I'll be looking for a pullback to test that level from below. Next, on Thursday, we're going to hear from the Swiss National Bank and the European Central Bank. In both, analysts are expecting a rate cut of 0.25%. And the one that I want to look at is EuroCAD, and the level is around the 1.49. We can see we broke strongly above that level. Then I'll be looking for reaction to this level if and when the market will pull back, keeping in mind that the higher time frame, so the monthly chart, is still on a bigger picture stuck here in a range. Happy trading, everyone. Bye for now.